This is the first episode of Beat Breakdown with Midnight Menace. My name is Midnight Menace. I'm a artist, creative, producer, DJ, rapper, all from Prince George's County, Maryland. By way of New Orleans and UV Sound. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the conglomerate. Y'all know the vibes. But this is the first episode of something special. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I didn't know the right thing to do in order to get it off the ground. I'm getting the chance now to, as I sit here, I've been making music for about 3 years now. So as I sit here and look back, at, my 3 projects that I've worked on and just all the work that I've done leading up to where I am right now, I've worked on a lot of stuff, and I didn't realize, to the extent that it was until I was sitting down with Winnie. Shout out Winnie. I was sitting down with Winnie, and she was like, it's something you should look into doing, and I can help you with it. So here we go. And I'm just gonna be breaking down all of my beats that people have been asking about. I'm starting to get a little bit heavier into the production side of me now that I'm a little bit more experienced with it. And yeah, man. So we gonna be just knocking these out, doing different ones, and we gonna go from there. This is the first episode. I'm gonna be covering a song off of my first tape, County Living by Midnight Menace. Shout out Jamar too. I didn't even give that man a shout out yet, but shout out to Geezy, man, for the cover shot. But the name of the song is Devil's Game. I'll kind of explain everything out as time goes on, but it's just it's crazy that I'm doing this now because I haven't really had the chance to kind of express myself and explain why my beats sound the way they sound. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it, bro, so everybody can see what's going on. But we're gonna go back to 2021. I'm doing this in 2024. So 3 years ago, I was staying in New Orleans for the summer with my cousin. She's the older lady, it's my dog, man. I ain't gonna say her name, but with one of my cousins. And I was staying down there for work. And, I remember the exact day that I found, that I came up with the idea. It was June 19th of 2021. So this is the 19th is a Saturday. So, for those that don't know, I collect records. I'm a vinyl collector, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I have over 300. But at the time, I was around like 198, maybe like right under 200. And, my cousin was like, yo, my husband has some records that, we haven't gotten rid of yet. They're up in the attic if you want to go and take a look. Because all of my family knows now that I make music and that I do different things like through production, just everything. They know that I love music. So, I take the chance, I'm not really the biggest fan of attics. And, also, mind you, I'm not really looking forward to anything that's up there because for those that don't know, vinyl does not do good in heat. Like at all. It doesn't take I think once it gets over a specific degree, it's viable to melt. That's possible. So I just didn't want because I'm in New Orleans, it's reaching temperatures of over 90 degrees. I'm like, there's no way anything up here is gonna be good enough for me to use and sample. So I go up there. This is on a Saturday, on the 19th. I go up there and I look around. I'm like, okay, I'm going around. I didn't really look that hard, but then I go back up there on the 20th, the next day on Sunday, and I go back and look. They had like 2 rows of records like left and right side, and on the right side, I'm going through. I get to it's like these like big white, the little post office, the old school post office thing that they used to hold like envelopes in and stuff. It was like those, and so I'm going up there. I'm skimming through everything, and in the third bin from the front there is a record, and I recognized what the song was. But the funny part about it was the record itself was a bootleg. It was a bootleg from 2003 that another DJ had cut. And, thinking back, that record had been through a lot, multiple summers up there and, not getting damaged by the heat. And like I said, it came out in 2003. So if they had, depending on when they got it, that means that record was there before Katrina and it didn't get damaged. So, that's just always something like crazy to think about. But I go and I get the record, and, I ask her, I was like, can I use it? Blah, 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 blah. She says, yeah, go ahead. So it's a bootleg from 2003 that a DJ cut down there, and I don't know how he did it, because now, you have things like stem players where you can separate vocals and instrumentals from people's stuff, but it's a bootleg with the instrumental of the sample on the back and the acapella of the sample on the front. This time, I had a Ion TT USB turntable that my pops, shout out DJ Buddha Brown, he got it for me my sophomore year of high school. It was that Christmas. He got me that, and then one of like the MIDI keyboard controller beat things. You know what I'm saying? I never used that, but that's just because at the time I was just more focused on DJing. So I had that, the Ion TT USB, and what you could do with that, it was a USB turntable. You know, it's not as good as the one I have now, but it got the job done at the time. So it was a turntable. You take it, and it's powered by you plugging it up to your laptop. And you can do that and record stuff, like record samples directly into the laptop. No different than how like MPCs now have like I have the MPC one as a sampler built into it, where I can just take a record player, plug it right in, play the record, and then it'll load it right onto the MPC, and I can chop it up from there. But you know, at the time, like I said, it's 2021. I'm not even really heavy into making beats. I have production credits on my first song because I did the chorus for it, but I used my Mixtrack Pro 3, the Numark Mixtrack Pro 3 spot, you know, with Serato plugin. So, you know, a lot of people look at me sideways when I say that I use a controller to make my beats, but with my style, it just makes the most sense. You know, I'm the most comfortable with it. So, you know, why not? If it's not broken, you know what I'm saying, don't fix it. I had already been DJing for about 5 years, or no, 18, 19, 20, 20. So about 4 years. I've been DJing for about 4 years since at the time when I was, you know, working on the beat. So I was like, why go out and buy something else where I'm already comfortable with this and they can get the job done? So, like I said, I took the record and I put it right into the USB. I played it into the laptop, recorded it, saved it on my laptop, and then airdropped it onto my phone. So the next day is Monday. I'm trying to find, like, you know, all hip hop songs have, like, you know, the structural setup where you get like the intro, you can do or chorus, intro or chorus, and then you have verse 1, chorus, verse 2, outro, or another chorus. And you know, the way that the sample was set up, I just could not think of a way to, you know, get it to the point that I wanted to get it to. I spent all day Monday in the office listening to it. And mind you, I had a studio session on Wednesday when I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with, you know, with the structuring of the song. So, and I still need to write the actual song itself too. So what I do is I listen to it all day Monday. I come home, you know, and I still couldn't get it. You know, I could not think of an idea for putting the actual track together. So, you know, I got to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work the next day on Tuesday. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I get myself situated. I lay down at about 10 o'clock. I stay on my phone till like 12. You know what I'm saying? That's like the normal. Nobody usually stays on, or nobody goes right to sleep when, you know what I'm saying, when everything happens. So I went to bed. I slept for about an hour, and at 1 a.m. it hit me. Like, I got the idea of what I wanted to do. So, mind you, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in my older cousin's house. It's just me and her. So, it's just a bunch of noise and shit, like me running back and forth outside into the garage. I know she was getting tired of my ass, bro. But, you know, when inspiration hits, there's not really much you can do to block it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get that feeling, you know. So, I get up. I go get my record player again so I can let the record play and I can hear exactly what I want. I pull up my laptop. I get my controller out, and I get to work. So I knew that I wanted this part as the intro. I'm going to play it real quick for you guys so you can hear it. Also, before I skip over it, the original speed of the song is right here. It's about 3 BPM slower than what I went with. So that's the original. I had it on the actual speed. I messed that up. But I had it that's the original. It's at 82 BPM, and I sped it up to 85. Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no reason to try and overcomplicate different things if people already like the song, you know what I'm saying? And that's more of a comfortable pocket, like, you know. So I have the intro down. It's not the chorus at the time, but I have the intro down. So, you know, I'm feeling it now, and I'm like, okay, I know I want the verse to be this part right here. That's what I want for the verse. I'm that perfect pocket, you get what I'm saying? It's not too slow, not too fast. It gives me, you know, enough comfortability with what I'm doing where I can rap and the beat still catches people's ear. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted something that was going to catch the ear of the older listener, the younger listener, and just the average listener. So, you know, it's a sample that people may know, but it's also me talking some real shit on it. So, you know, yeah, like, that's just kind of what I went with. But so I had the verse and the intro, like, part down. but not the chorus. So originally, there's an alternate version to this song, and I'm about to play it. But this is originally what I went with for the chorus, so you guys can hear it. This is what I went with. But it just sounded, it was kind of repetitive and a little too loud for me if I wanted to put anything over it. And y'all gonna see what I'm saying. So, but still nice, horns rocking, you know. So that's what I was gonna use for the chorus at first. When I played the beat for some of my other, you know, conglomerates, like I said, I don't know if I brought it up yet, but I'm a part of a label or a group entitled UV Sound. You know, we're a HBCU based label in the greater New Orleans area. And in the actual, you know what I'm saying, when I played the beat for everybody that was in the session, when I first went, before I went to the session, my bad, I played it for some people over the phone. I played it for Kyle, Sozy, Christopher Celestine, and Sid. All four of them are like, you know, the beat is great, it fits you perfectly, but the chorus is a little too heavy. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can think of something else. And I remembered that I also pulled the acapella of the actual song onto Serato. So I had it loaded up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't want to use the normal verse, but I remember the beginning of the song is a little bit lighter. It's not as heavy in bass. So you hear, you know, then we get to, it's not as heavy in bass. So I was able to lay a vocal on top of it, and it didn't overbear it or anything like that. So I'm going to let the verse finish playing out, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning, and I'm gonna try and play it. I was locked in. It maybe took me like an hour to get the beat right. So I'm gonna try and play it the same way. Let's see if I can do it. And all I did was I took the two vocal stabs from the actual song. Let me cut it up a little bit so I can hear. 1, 2. And I just played it manually each time for the chorus. There's no loop. I did that. All of this stuff, this is before I knew really how to, like I said, it's early on, but there's a lot of different things in these controllers that people don't really know about until they just keep, you know, using, you keep using it. And then as years go on, you learn more and more stuff with it. So, you know, I'll let the front part loop again. That's the chorus, and You're okay, baby. Play your game, baby. You're okay, baby. Play your game, baby. You're okay, baby. It's a little behind. Play your game, baby. You're okay, baby. Play your game, baby. So yeah. So, you know, the whole point of that was like to you know, give it a lighter feeling, but then also use, you know, the actual sample to my advantage. So you know, it allowed me to kind of express myself a little bit more within the song and not get too stuck on just using a loop, like taking different pieces from way other different parts of the song and using it. Like I think the vocal stab I use is from like the second chorus on the original track. The original chorus that I was gonna use is from like the midway point of the song, and then I'm using like the first 45 seconds. So I try and pull different things from one record, but make it into my own. I try and keep things as simple as possible, you know, like Alchemist and the Conductor, who are like two of my favorite producers, and Nicholas Craven, Rock Marciano, a lot of them, they try and keep their stuff as simple as possible. The minute you start overdoing and overthinking on your stuff, you kind of get lost in the message that you're trying to make with each beat. So, you know, it's just, I tried not to think too heavy on what I was doing when it came to the beat. You know, I tried to just keep it as simple as possible, go with what felt comfortable. And, you know, after everything came out, you know, the song, I think 5,000 streams in the first week on the tape. And that was the first song, so it got the most impressions. Like, I had people saying the lyrics back to me and stuff while I'm walking on campus and, you know, performing it, and people saying the words back to me. Like, it's just, and it's still one of the songs that I can perform to this day that no matter where I'm at, people love it. I performed it in Chicago, I performed it in New Orleans, I performed it in Charlotte, I performed it in, where else? I performed it in the DMV. People love this song, so because it's something that bridges the gap. older people like it because of the sample, younger people like it because of what I'm talking about, and the average listener that just likes hip hop, it's hip hop in its purest form. So, you know, when I first started working on the album, I was like just joining UV. So I had shout out Sozy, shout out Kyle, and shout out Sid. All three of them were coming to every single one of my sessions in New Orleans and was kind of sitting in, helping me, giving me different guidance on different things. So in the beginning of this song, of the actual song, is called Devil's Game. Like I said, the beginning of my song, Devil's Game, you can hear Sid doing the intro. And you know, the original file was called PYGB. You'll understand that if you know the song. I'm not gonna explain it again. If you know the original song, you'll know why it's called PYGB. And then the note with after I made the beat, it was called Club Inferno. So Club Inferno was just another way of saying hell. I'm gonna just keep it tall, like Club Inferno, like, you know, the down under, etc., etc. And with Sid's intro saying, you know, or Club Inferno being, you know, the devil, hell, etc., etc. And then PYG, the G in PYGB stands for games. You know, and just in the song, I'm talking about some of the different things that people go through in the DMV, like some of the different things that I've seen people face, some of the different stories you hear, just like, you know, so, you know, I took the G in game, put that on the end, and then Club Inferno, another way to say devil, so Devil's Game. And the Devil's Game just talks about the devil kind of taking control of the people within the DMV. So if you go back and listen to the song, you'll hear some of the different things I'm saying, and it's like, dang, is that bad out there? Yeah, it is, man. You tripping out there, bro. It's easy to really sit back and think, like, you know, I'm getting people screaming my lyrics back to me while I'm performing it at school and different places throughout New Orleans at like open mics and stuff like that. And I'm really starting to make a name for myself. And it's crazy because at first I thought people only wanted to hear the rapping from me because I knew I was nice with it. Don't get it twisted now. I knew I was nice with rapping. So seeing people react that way to something that I like put together, it's a really good feeling. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not, it just, it gives you a different perspective on stuff and makes you really think like, yo, I could really take this serious and do my due. So, but yeah, that is Devil's Game by Midnight Menace. It's really that simple. You know, I have a lot more complex ones that'll come with the series, but this is just the first episode, something that's short and sweet. Something that y'all could, you know, more content so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing with my stuff. But, you know, make sure y'all go and y'all can stream Devil's Game by me. It's on everything that you listen to music on. I swear you're not gonna, it's everywhere. So, you know, when you get the chance, go check it out. Also check out County Living. It is my first tape. You know, came out in 2021 on my birthday, and, you know, I'm just grateful, man. But, you know, this is the beginning of, you know, it's just the first episode, the beginning of something special. Here we go. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.